All right, what's up, everybody? So I finally achieved something that I've been wanting to do for a long, long, long time. It's a long time coming, but I was able to acquire a copy of the weirdest game ever. This is part of my poll series. I'll talk about that more in a second, but this is hilarious. This is Dynasty Warriors 6 for the PS2. So I just got this game uh, unexpectedly and thankfully, and I was curious about how this works, so I just put it in my PS2. And here we go. We have two characters on each side that now have their own unique personal weapons, decloning certain characters. Slight coloring thing there with Ma Chao, but finally acquired this weird game. If you're new to the channel, this is part of my subscriber poll series where I do certain videos for certain things. And if you are subscribed, I welcome comments and subscriptions and likes and everything. And whenever things do well, I generally will do those things next on the channel. So I'm getting near the end of my Dynasty Warriors 6 content. But then I was like, I need to get this weird, elusive game that I literally didn't know existed until like years later. But this is Dynasty Warriors 6 for the PS2, played on a PS2. I will talk a little bit more about it, but I'll get more into it, but here, we'll just start with Ma Chao, and I'll talk again after the dialogue.
Amidst the turmoil of the Yellow Turban Rebellion and Dong Zhuo's tyranny, it was Cao who seized the Central Plains and claimed the imperial throne. Furthermore, after defeating Yuan Shao and taking the lands of Hebei, he began to look to the south and west to realize his ambition of uniting the land. Ma Chao's father, Ma Teng, was a devout supporter of the Han Dynasty. When Cao seized the throne, he plotted Cao's assassination, but was discovered and executed. Seeking revenge for his father's murder, Ma Chao garnered the support of the lords of Guanzhong and set out to claim his vengeance.
You fiend, Cao. At last, the time has come to bury you. My father and my entire family will have their vengeance!
Vengeance. Such resolve. Are you prepared to carry it out?
All right, so yes, as I was saying before, this is just hilarious that Dynasty Warriors Koei did this. I don't know what their intentions were with it, but it works, I guess. So what happened was, if you're new to the channel, or if you're new to the game, Dynasty Warriors 6, Dynasty Warriors 6 is very much the black sheep of Dynasty Warriors. Well, it was until 9 came out, and now 9 is the real black sheep. This is more of a gray sheep, where they rearranged lots of weapons and did lots of Muso shifts. So in this game, Dynasty Warriors 6, that came out on like the main consoles at the time, the Xbox 360, the PS3, they had how do I even explain this? Yeah, they had clone weapons and everyone hated it. And Ma Chao was one of the clone weapon characters. And then unexpectedly, they released a game years later. This is Dynasty Warriors 6 as well. Same name in America. Dynasty Warriors 6 Special in Japan for the PS2. And people probably didn't even think about it. But then what came out later was Dynasty Warriors 6 for the PS2 had more characters and weapons and missions and levels. It has more content than the game that came out years before on the newer console at the time. This is the older console. So this is, it's weird. I don't know what they were doing with that. I like learned this like, well before, like a long time ago. But it took years for me to realize this because they like didn't advertise it. Like it was just weird. So Tongate is one of the levels. And then what's funny is all this stuff transferred over to Dynasty Warriors 6 Empire. So I remember laughing as a kid. I was like, why does Ma Chao have a new weapon in Empires? Never noticed, never knew that they had a whole nother game that came out on the PS2 years later, and it came out near the time of Empires, which is why Empires had those movesets. It's really weird. and it's a PS2 game, so the graphics are lower, but it's like the same Rembu style and all this stuff, and it's hilarious. I mean, it is very much a PS2 game. Like, it has lower draw visibility and all this stuff, and it's pretty cool because it's like the people who liked the PS2 games of the Dynasty Warriors series got to see this game and probably were like, wait, Dynasty Warriors 6 came out for the PS2, and I wonder how long it took for them to realize that their game actually had more content than the game that came out on the newer consoles at the time. It's very, very weird that Koei did this. This was the beginning of Koei like segmenting games. It was like this game, and then there was the whole Samurai Warriors 3 thing that was only on the Wii. Then they released a version of the game that came out on the PS2 in Japan, and it's like all this weird stuff. So I don't know what their plans were with this, but it is very strange that this game came out. Dynasty Warriors 6, Ma Chao has a clone weapon. He has the same spear as everybody else. It's really weird. But then in this game, he has a great sword, which is like Wang Ping's weapon. But it's interesting because they didn't put Wang Ping in the game as a decloned character. They just did Ma Chao. And I thought that was very unusual. But they did it, and it worked, I guess. And like the frame rate drops like really, really badly. I don't know if y'all just caught that. That was absolutely horrendous. It just plummeted there for a second. But yeah, like there was this weird version of the game that came out, and it's literally a PS2 port with more content. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, they did obviously have to lower the resolution to this game, but I don't know how they did it with the content though. Like, how does it have more content? I really feel like the PS2 was like everybody's favorite console to make games on, because I feel like this is just like another example of this where like randomly the PS2 has like this special favor on it, which is like bizarre because it literally is this way on this game too. It's like the PS2 had like this compatibility with all these designers because they could literally make games like this where you're like, wait, how is it possible that this game has more content than the games that came out after or before it on the newer console? Like, I just don't understand. I will never understand how they did it, but it did happen. And so Ma Chao has a Muso, Yue Ying has a Muso, Ling Tong has a Muso, who else? Zheng He, Tai Shi, Cao Pi, all these people have Musos that did not have Musos in the game that came out. Oh, did that just end the game for me? Yep. Well, that was stupid, but yeah, it's just wild. It's wild to me that they like made this game, and it's funny because they knew there was a problem here because all the characters are unlocked on the PS2 at release. I was thinking I was gonna have to come in here and play this game for a little bit to unlock Ma Chao, like it was gonna be a surprise. But no, they know that it was a problem because they literally released the game and they hilariously have all the characters that are bonus characters that they decloned in this game as launch characters. So like, that's really interesting to me. Were they expecting people to buy the PS2 port? Because you can't even transfer your save between the PS3 and 2 or the Xbox and the PS2, obviously. And so I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get what they thought was going to happen here. But they did it. And so that's really unusual to me. I don't know why they were like, this is what we're going to do. Is we're going to have this game come out, and it's going to be a game that only is available on like this random game, this random console that at the time wasn't even new gen. Like, oh, new gen. That's pretty funny. But new gen, it's like not even the next gen, and yet they like had it here, and I just think that's so bizarre. I really do. And so obviously, like, it's a cool game. It's cool how it works, but yeah, the visibility is really low in this game. Like, you can tell that like everything, like I can't see stuff around me very well. The camera zoomed in more, so you kind of like have that issue. It's very bizarre, and I don't know. What does this thing do? Oh, it's the. Oh my gosh, I'm so fast. I literally can't control the character. This is hilarious. Okay, but he has true speed. Nice. I was hoping you'd have the swift attack one, but this is fine too. So yeah, I just think it's so funny that they were like, you know what we need to do is we need to like release more content on our favorite. I mean, I feel like everybody's favorite console really was the PS2, and I feel like this just like confirms that to me. Is that they were like, yeah, we like the PS2 so much that we're gonna give it a PS2 port of this game, and just be like, it's fine, which I find hilarious. I really do. I'm gonna just get out of this area. I also don't have a horse. I meant to get a horse, but I didn't do it, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it's just so funny that they like made this game and they were like, you know, it's fine, even though it totally was not fine. Like, why are these characters decloned in this game? I mean, you can see that they just kind of shortcutted all the like animations. There's not as much like flair. Everything is much more just like a solid. Like, look at the East Gate post health thing. It's not nearly as shiny. Like, they clearly knew that they had to cut some corners to make this game work, and they did. But it's crazy that this came out here now. I'm blown away that they did this. And again, it took years for me to realize they even had this game. Because, again, you're thinking clearly the new game is going to have all the content. Why would it not? But it didn't. And so that's really bizarre to me. But that's what happens, is they had a incomplete game, and they decided to pad it out a little bit better, and that worked, but then that's just really weird. So, I don't know. I don't know why they did this. So, we're going to keep trying to save this one dude on our team who's very, very hurt. See if we can keep him alive, because obviously the game wants you to keep everybody alive for some reason. None of my units can withdraw. But I'm trying to just kill all these roving siege captain people because they're really annoying. But yeah, so this is really interesting to me that they did this, that they were like, you know what we need to do is have a game that has more content in it than the old one, than the new one. Sorry, it's the new game, but we're gonna put more content on the old version of it. I just think that's so funny to me. I don't know why they went with this, but they did. It's very bizarre, and it works though, because again, now it's just content later. Don't know, though. I just don't get it. I'm just trying to keep this one dude alive here.
Wait! There's something not right about the enemy's movements. I suspect a trap. Surely not, Master Ma Chao. Look at them flee! We can't win through defense alone. Everyone attack!
I'll drop a quick save here. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. This is just going to be, it's just so interesting. I don't know. I'll let it go from here, though. If y'all want to see more of this, as I said before, this is my new subscriber video content stuff. So if you are unsubscribed, I would love for your subscription. And then I would love for you to tell me if you want to see more of this weird, unique version of this game that came out and doesn't really make any sense, but it's here. So if you want to see more of this, this is what I do. I ask that you be subbed, and I ask that you give me a comment on what games you want to see people do, because I am very intrigued by the situation here. So, who knows? But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all appreciate the videos. Again, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that there is a special PS2 port of this game.
Enemy ships have been sighted approaching from the east. They appear headed for Tong Gate. So this was their plan.
Okay, okay.
Everyone, move!
So who's the hurt one? One of those three was like really hurt, wasn't he? I think he was the hurt one.
My beauty must not be soiled by defeat. I shall return.
I fight in the name of justice.
Well, maybe he's not hurt anymore. Maybe he regained health because he should be dead, but he's not. So that's fun. But anyway, yeah, I just really like that at least that they did it, because this is something that they needed to do. They needed to make a better version of Dynasty Warriors 6. Like, this literally helps to alleviate a lot of the frustration that people had with Dynasty Warriors 6. They were like, it's just clone weapons. It's stupid. And the answer to that was, yeah, absolutely. it was busted because it was just clone weapons. But at least now you can go in and play Dynasty Warriors 6 special for the PS2 and have more content. But it is very strange that it is Dynasty Warriors 6 for the PS2 that has the content. Why? I don't know. I mean, again, clearly they were thinking about this, you know. All right, so there goes that guy.
I can't. I must defend the main camp. Forgive me, for I cannot spare any additional men. Does that fool Han Sui not see what is happening? I have no choice. I must face them myself. Hurry! Intercept their naval forces!
An excellent display of skill. We shall fight again.
I fight in the name of justice! I fight in the name of justice!
Yeah, he did gain his health back. Interesting. All right, well, yeah, I'm going to stop talking here. I'm just kind of like enjoying this. This is hilarious that there is a version of this. And it's very good. It is very good. So now I'm going to come over here and fight this
I
dude.
have come for your head.
All right, I'm going to stop talking. Y'all are great. Thank you. Peace.
I fight in the name of justice!
My lord, the rain has pushed the floodgate past its limit. It could collapse at any moment.
That's it! Hurry! Destroy the floodgate! Wash those boats away before the enemy reaches Tong Gate!
This rain, combined with the enemy's movements. Choo-choo! I have come for your head.
I fight in the name of justice!
This one is heroic. I guess I need to get the pace.
I fight in the name of justice!
Attack is the best form of defense. Move forward as one.
I fight in the name of justice!
I have come for your head.
I fight in the name of justice!
enemy is very strong. We are being pushed back. Thank you for your help. We barely made it through.
I fight in the name of justice.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well. I have come for your head.
I fight in the name of justice. This is it. I fight in the name of justice. Time to say goodbye.
Men, we must hold them back! It's do or die!
Another one falls in the name of justice. So even my strength has its limits.
Thank you for your help. We barely made it through. The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back. Thank you for your help. We barely made it through.
I fight in the name of justice. The enemy has penetrated our defenses. Forget the floodgate. Protect the main camp at all costs. So, Cao soldiers have infiltrated Tong Gate. Now's as good a time as any. Justice to Cao Cao.
So, Han Sui is Guan Zhang, you have no chance at victory. Follow Han Sui and join me. Face your doom.
I'm not prepared to die. Sui. You've been working with Cao Cao all along? This is it! I must defeat you! My duty demands it! Come, time to say goodbye! For glory! What a disaster! I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble! True warrior indeed! You can carry your power across the land! This is it! I fight in the name of justice! Time to say goodbye! I fight in the name of justice! No one to accompany you? Then die! You thought you could escape? Now stop it, face me! Can't you read the times? No one but Cao Cao has a chance for victory! Treasonous cur! My blade will be the last thing your traitorous hide ever sees before it impales you! This is it! Time to say goodbye! This is it! I fight in the name of justice! Fight me now, for glory! This is it! Fight in the name of justice! Time to say fight in the name of justice! I fight in the name of justice! This is it! I fight in the name of justice! Goodbye! This appears to be as far as we go. I fight in the name of justice! I fight in the name of justice! They will leave me in the next fight. Sorry, but this is all for today. I fight in the name of justice!
This cannot have happened to me.
I fight in the name of justice!
That's enough for today.
Victory is mine, but at what cost? I've lost everything.
This victory shows the truth in our cause. Though I defeated Cao Cao before, I came to lose everything. Cao Cao, I swear to you, you will come to know my pain. The grief you gave me will return in kind. When I have my vengeance, your followers will feel the same desire. So this is how chaos perpetuates itself. Which means that I've been a part of this very chaos. I've lost sight of what true justice is.